Hey, what's going on, guys? Here to make one more video on the weekend. I know this is crazy, but why the hell not? um, so I wanted to talk about QQQY and JEPY. They announced last week what they're paying for their distribution, and everybody was like, "What the hell? How is that even possible?" And people are already, jumping on the bandwagon, or most people are skeptical about it and saying, there's no way. But regardless of that, let's just look at what they paid out in such a short period of time, and let's compare that to the YieldMax funds. And I'll warn you in advance, my son is in the room with me, so if you hear baby noises, that's not me. Okay, so let's get started. So QQQY launched September 13th, and their distribution was declared on September 29th. So I'm going to use one day before that. So I'm going to assume what they paid out was up to the day prior to declaration, which, as you can see, I calculated is 15 days total. 12 total trading days, and their distribution payment was $1.10. And if I calculate that to be a daily distribution, it's 9 cents per day. And also, if I calculate the daily yield, it's 0.47%. They said they were going to do 0.25%. So they, minimum, they did say minimum, so they beat that, which is great. Also, I'm doing, based on what they paid out and how that calculates, I did another calculation for annual. There's 252 trading days in a year. So based on what they paid, the annual distribution would be $23.10. Their ETF price is currently $19.66. I believe that was the last close date on Friday. So if you take that into consideration, their annual yield would be, if they did this well every day, their annual yield would be 117.5%. I mean, how crazy is that, right? So again, I took the, sorry for the pop-ups. I'm doing this on landscape so you guys can see it better, and so my thumbnails come up. So yeah, annual distribution calculation divided by the ETF price, that is the yield. So, insane, I know. But let's look at JEPY. JEPY, again, QQQY, the underlying index is NASDAQ. JEPY, the underlying index is S&P. JEPY launched a little later, September 18th. They, same declaration date, which is the 29th. So if we take the day before, there was 10 total days, during that time frame, 9 total trading days. Their distribution was 90 cents, a little less than QQQY. So their daily distribution calculates to be 10 cents since they launched a little later. And their daily yield is actually greater than QQQY at 0.51%. Most people probably aren't seeing that. They're looking at QQQY with the greater distribution, but they're forgetting JEPY launched after. So JEPY has a greater daily yield, and JEPY follows the S&P. So I feel more comfortable, just me, following the S&P versus the NASDAQ. But anyway, let's move on. Again, total trading days in a year, 252. So their annual distribution, if all went this well throughout the year, would be $25.20. Their current ETF price is similar to QQQY, $19.68. So if you take the annual distribution amount and divide that by the ETF price, you get 128.05% annual yield. I mean, insane. Just so you guys know, that's probably not going to happen. But I'm making this for fun because, again, as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for fun. And to me, this is fun because they did great. They did awesome for the amount of time that they were open. And if they continue to do awesome, this is how awesome it would be. Not expecting this, but even if I get half of what this is producing, I'm happy. I don't know about you guys, but so the point of this video is to not only do that, but let's compare it to TSLY. As you can see, TSLY launched November 22nd, and I took their latest ETF price and I took their average annual yield based on what they paid out, 71%. And then I ran it backwards. So their daily yield is 0.28%. Not bad, but it's not, it's behind. QQQY and JEPI are showing them what's up. And, you go down the line, NVIDIA Clip, OR, Coney, they're all below QQQY and JEPI. Again, I know it's not a fair comparison. This is just for fun because TSLY, yes, they're more established. All of these others more established than QQQY and JEPI. But again, this is all we have to go off of. So let's use this data and let's look at the numbers. Let's crunch the numbers. Does this make you want to buy more QQQY or JEPI? Or does this make you say, I'm waiting, I don't trust it? Or do you not buy any of these because they're all insane? Either way, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this calculation and if this is surprising you or if you kind of already knew this based on what they paid out. But hopefully this was, this helped you guys out to look at QQQY and JEPI based on, the entire year, how it would play out if they traded this perfectly. Again, I doubt they will, but this was very impressive, so I had to make a quick video on it. And that's all I got for today, guys. Got a lot to do, but I figured I'd throw this video out for your fun and entertainment. So leave a comment, like it, whatever you guys want to do, and I'll talk to you guys later.